Share screen. Share. No, still the wrong one. Aloha, I see people joining us. Awesome. Getting some of my things set up here. Google Chrome. There it is. Exit. And then go to back to Zoom, share screen.
There it is. Okay, I'm gonna go live on Facebook.
Thanks. Let's take this. There it is. Aloha, everybody. I see people jumping on Zoom, and I'm going to open up my Facebook page. We're going to get started in about 1 minute. So feel free to invite a friend. Oh, yeah, there. I see Facebook is live. Got to turn my audio down so there's not too much. Okay. Great. Aloha, everybody. Okay, I see friends jumping in on Facebook. And I see that wakani no kahola. So aloha kako. We're really excited to have another week of amazing Lei Ānuenue presentations. And we're really excited that you all decided to come and join us. As always, we mahalo coming into your hale and being able to share a little bit more about exciting things going on in our community and just exciting things that different types of programs and cultural ike or knowledge that we can bring into your hale, share with your ohana, share with your friends. So mahalo nui. Okay, so I'm gonna holamua. And so we normally like to start with where are you tuning in from? So please, in the Zoom chat or on Facebook, can you let us know where you're tuning in from? And aloha no e kamaha'o ku'uhoa. I see people joining us from Kapa'a, from Kailua Kona, Wailuku Maui, Kapa'a, Kane'ohe, Ko, Keanai, Wailua, Nanakuli. There's a bunch of other friends. I'm looking to the side here because I'm looking at my phone, and on Facebook, I see friends tuning in from Ocean View, Big Island, Mokuoke'awe. I see friends from Kaunakakai, Molokai, Halavauka, Kapolei. Another from Molokai, aloha. No England, kekahi. No England, mai O'Neill, aloha. Ohio, Kohala. Bullhead City, Arizona. I'm not exactly sure where Bullhead City is, but mahalo for sharing that. La'ie, Anahola, Kauai, Curtistown, Washington. Ooh, more filled in here on the Zoom. Let's see. Hau'ula, Kaivi, Kalamai, Kaiviki, Hilohema, Hawaii, Waiakea, Kamehameha Schools Maui Regional Office, aloha. Pacifica, California, Lacey, Washington, Edmonds, Washington, Kane'ohe, Montana, Arlie, Montana, Wai'ehu, Maui, Makaha, Oahu. He kaiaulu no kako. We are definitely a community coming together here on this platform Joining us from Queens, New York, Kailua o Ahu ke ala ke kua pana Eva I oa ia ne'i ma ke ia honua nani ho'i hau'oli ho'i ke ia hau'oli ka pu'uwai ka na'au ke kahi. So just really excited to have all of you. And today we're talking about Kaulana Mahina. And so I wanted to kind of get a sense of who's here with us. And Kalei is going to be joining us in a few minutes. She usually does a pule session on Facebook, I believe. And she has like over 100 people that go and do a regular pule with her, and they usually do it at 9. So she's like, "Oh, Tisa, I cannot come on until maybe like 9:15." I said, "Ole pilikia, we have some ha'avina." So let us know in the chat box, what Hawaiian calendar does your ohana use? If you can just say, like, maybe you use the Prince Kuhio Hawaiian Civic Club one, Kamehameha Publishing has one, maybe your ohana creates your own. Maybe you don't even know what a Hawaiian calendar is and you're looking for a resource and that's why you're here. And there's so many exciting ones out there. So if there's another one, put a 5 for other. So put a 1 in there for the Hawaiian Civic Club one, 2 for Kamehameha Publishing, 3 for you create your own, 4 you looking for something and that's why you're here, and 5 other. So I see a bunch of different ones. I think a lot of us are really familiar with the Hawaiian Civic Club one. I actually I support that as well because I'm a Hawaiian Civic Club member, and I also I know that I'm supporting scholarships that help students. So I see a bunch of 2s as well. Kamehameha Publishing, they also do a printed one. They also have an online one that you can check out. And maybe our Kanayo Kana team can, if you can find it, maybe you can put a link in our chat box for that KS Publishing one if people want to go check out the online one. Awesome. Some are here looking for different resources. So that's great. That's great. On our Facebook, I see a bunch of 4s and 2s and 5s. So awesome. We're all on different parts of our own journey with Kaulana Mahina, and today we're gonna do an intro to it, and of course we're really excited to have Kalei join us in a little while. So maybe if some of you put a 5 in there, can you maybe share in the chat what are other resources as a way to share with others in the community? Let's see. Okay, so Nicole is sharing about the one that the Westpac Council shares, and there's a link in there. Mahalo for sharing that. Others are saying Ho Mai Kapono, PVS, I think is that Polynesian Voyaging Society, I think. Kahuna app on phone. Yeah, so there's so many exciting initiatives going on out there, and so many different ways to learn. So feel free to, again, keep putting different resources in our chat and sharing with each other, because that's why we're here. We're here to all keep learning from each other, so we can all holomua as we continue to grow and learn more about our Ike Kupuna. Awesome. I see some awesome links coming up. Mahalo nui. Oh, and then I had a little bit commercial because there's so many things going on today in our community and online. And so I wanted to share these 2 possible events that you can tune into if you haven't heard about it yet. So Kukahaka Lau and her ohana and their organization called Kua Kanaka, they're having a Facebook Live event that's celebrating 50 years of Earth Day. And that's going to be on Wednesday, tomorrow, Hola Umi, so 10 o'clock. So you can go to their Facebook page, facebook.com/Kua Kanaka. And yeah, it's really fun events that that Ku brings together, and she does these interesting facts and trivia. So I think you guys would all, really enjoy that. So go check that out if you have time. And then another one is Native Hawaiian Student Services, who's a part of Hawaiianui Kea at UH Manoa, that's really doing outreach to our community and to our haumana at Manoa, and also recruiting and looking for new students of all ages that want to come. This is going to be their second episode of doing their bookshelf series. So on Thursday at 11, the Ohana Baker will be joining the bookshelf series. And so here you can see some of that information on how to go and register, and also to go check out their Facebook Live. So yeah, awesome things going on. So yeah, please go and check all of these resources out. And yeah, I'm starting to see on the Facebook side, people are also sharing about like the Puke Mo'olelo Mahina. And you can go find that at mo'olelomahina.com. So mahalo. I love seeing all these different resources that we can share with each other. Oh, so yeah, as we're waiting for Kalei to come on, I wanted to give you guys a few minutes to prep your kilo frame. So if you go to kanayokana.net/kilo frame, you'll be able to print this. And maybe for now, you can just print it on regular paper, kind of like what I did. And later on, if you want to print it out on thicker cardstock, or maybe later on, you can glue this to a manila folder. We're gonna practice using this. Some of you may have already received this when you came to our ʻAimalama conference. We shared this with all of our participants at the 2018 conference in Maui. But maybe go take a few minutes, download it, and go print it. And then this is what you'll get. And if you can cut out, so I tried to make it easy over here. So you cut this square out. So you're gonna need a scissors as well. So if you're joining in, go to kanayokana.net/kilo frame, and we go prep our kilo frame. If you came to our ʻAimalama conference, maybe you can go get yours. And yeah, just be careful for all the keiki out there, because you gotta kind of make a puka in the middle. So I'm gonna do it here with all of you. And yeah, I'm gonna show you guys. Oh, this scissors is not the sharpest, but what you're trying to do is just make a puka using that square, because that'll be like your kilo. And we're gonna have a little bit practice together towards the end. And this is a resource that mahalo nui to Kumu Roxy Stewart and Kalei Nu'uhiva and our amazing ʻAimalama team that put this resource together. And we shared it with all of our participants. And this is found on our, also on our ʻAimalama website. But yeah, so go find and see how I get one puka now over here. I cut mine out. So yeah. So give me a 1 in the chat if you printed yours and you makau. Okay, I see a few of you are ready. The kilo frame, yes. You can go again. Yeah, awesome. Awesome. I see people have been following along. Mahalo nui. Oh yeah, some no more printer. Ole pilikia. You can do it later. So just keep the make sure you write down the URL so you can go get the resource. And I'll also put it on our schedule so that later on you can go, and others that watch the recording. So we're recording all of our sessions. And yeah. How you guys doing? Oh, okay. Let's see. Okie dokie. I think Kalei is just joining us. Yeah, and a few are printing now. So yeah, I'll give you another minute or so. And Gonzo, can you, I think Kalei is joining us as an attendee. Can you look for her and bring her on over as a panelist, ke olu olu. Yeah, so everybody, I see people are printing. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Okay, I see some are saying lo'a, lo'a. Yeah, so some of you may have, yeah, so, you know, if you do get to print it on, and I'm gonna stop my sharing so you can see a little bit more up close. So yeah, I just printed mine this morning on regular paper. So it's a little bit flimsy, but it'll still work. And like I was saying earlier, if mom or you have a manila folder that you can glue it to, or you wanna print it on cardstock, then it'll be good if it's a little bit more stable, yeah? Especially when you're using it with keiki, because later on you're gonna go outside and you're gonna use this kilo frame. Yeah, and we're gonna talk a little bit more about it. So let me see. Okay, just give us a second, I think, as we're bringing Kalei over and promoting her up to panelist. But let me go into, I also wanted to share with you guys while we're doing that, a great resource. So we do have a website where we've been using, and we continue to update it. But if you go to ʻAimalama.org, you'll be able to just learn a little bit more about what we've been doing and our past conferences. But I really wanted to point out here about the videos. So if you click on videos, we have shared different videos here that may be of a good resource for you as a teacher, or even if you're a haumana and you're wanting to learn a little bit more, like maybe you couldn't come to our first ʻAimalama conference, you can go and learn a little bit more from Auntie Pua, who did our keynote. And you know, we also have that on Vimeo. So it's a good resource. We also have another keynote that was done by Rereata. And Rereata is one of the experts in Aotearoa that also, you know, shared so much with us about their kaulana mahina. And I'm forgetting the word for what they use in Aotearoa. And maybe somebody might remember. But yeah, oh yeah, maramataka, yeah, see, Kalei. Let me, okay, just give me a second, you guys. I'm not sure if I'm gonna look for Kalei over here on the side. Okay, I think this is you, Kalei. Okay, promote to panelist. Give me a second, Gangi. Okie dokie. I think we're working on it. Yeah, so Rereata is there. And then we also we have different videos. So Lily Kala shared, Kalei shared, so those are just some of the videos. And then even on the resources, and some of these may be a little, some, you know, have been from the last time when we were uploading things, but there are some really good resources here of simple kind of observation sheets. One that was used at the Lokoi'a as an observation log. There's a few here that we used at a Va'a camp that we did with our ohana keiki. And, you know, there's a whole bunch of resources. So make sure you go check it out. And then over here, you'll also see the link to the kilo frame. And because you're here, you know that the other side of it is the ao. But for today, I gave you just this. And I'm hoping that next time when we do the ao part, you'll come back and visit us. So let me see. I'm still trying to bring over and promote Kalei to join us on video here. Kalamai. Is there, Kalei, I sent you a link to your Yahoo email, maybe. If you can go there and it'll bring you in. Okay. Thanks everybody for being patient with us. But yeah, so I wanted to share these resources. Of course, our friends at Ke'alopiko, they even have their moon phase journal. This is an older one, but the Puke Mo'olelo Mahina, you can find it here. And then the Prince Kuhio Hawaiian Civic Club calendars. This is a resource, again, that supports scholarships. And then there's also a paper that we wrote. So some really cool resources. And then examples of other kinds of calendars that have been happening in our community. So awesome. Hey, Kalei, you can hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was on the other side.
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, I'm just sharing with everybody our ʻAimalama website and all the cool resources we have there.
Awesome.
So I wanted to just see if anybody has questions about any of these resources and where to find it. Again, this is ʻaimalama.org. So you can go find it there. And I'm just kind of watching our textures. And everybody, Kalei, was working on their kilo frame.
Cool.
So I didn't have time to go cut it out because I had cut out this square. So I saw people putting a one in the chat that they were Makau cows. So they have that. So I think when we come to that part of the Avina,
cool,
we'll be able to jump right into that.
Okay,
so
cool.
Now we're both on screen. We'll do a short ho'olauna of who we are, where we're from, and where we're tuning in from. So I'll say aloha from Hanapepe, Kauai, and always excited to join you guys on behalf of Hawaii Nui Akea School of Hawaiian Knowledge. So aloha.
How's it, Gengi? I'm Kalei Nu'uhiwa, and I'm tuning in from Kahului, Maui this morning. Still, I haven't gone home to Hilo yet. Kind of hard right now because you can't really just get on a plane and go. So maybe it's best I stay here and not catch COVID or the Ronas, whatever they're calling it now. But thank you for joining us today. And I'm so happy that you all are here and I got here. And thank you, Malia, for starting off the morning, because we do our morning Kanai night talk, Kanai night together, which is Pule every week. Every day at 9 o'clock we get together and we do online Pule on Zoom. It's really awesome. And it just gets people in the thinking of how to utilize our environment to keep us healthy. Yeah, so anyway, thanks for taking over while I was doing that so I could jump here. So I'm here.
No, how can people, is that something open to any?
Yeah. Well, to find the link, come to Facebook, and there's on my, there's a bunch of people who have, it's hard to say, but come look for me and a bunch of people. It says Kanai Night Together, sign up, click on it, sign up on it, and then you'll get all the links on how to get onto the Zoom, where to go. And it's every morning, 9 o'clock. It's typically 9 to 9:20. And we learn new chants every week. So we've been doing it for 5 weeks now. So everybody's learned 5 different health, I don't know, they're called Pule Ho'ola. So Pule for health.
Totally appropriate for our times, right?
Right. Yeah. So anyway, just trying to be a little proactive and not so depressed or in despair about what's happening, in the pandemic and all of that. But that's what we do. It's good. We uplift one another. It's awesome.
Well, what is so funny is I gotta go back now. I'm gonna start to pull up our slides again, but I saw some people saying like, hey, are you gonna ditch us this morning?
Yeah.
And I was like, no, she love you guys. She's doing the Pule with you guys. So it's awesome. She's gonna be there and then she's going to jump on over and join us. So
yeah. I mean, you can do your Pule whenever. You don't need me. Hello.
Cool. So let's keep on here.
right?
So here's our first slide.
Okay, take it away, right? Shooting from the hip. All right, so if you haven't, or if you've heard our presentations before, oh, what's my FB name? Yeah, because I change it every two months, you know, trying to throw off the algorithm. It's I think I'm Noho Makahale this week or this time. Stay home. Anyway, all right. So Kaulana Mahina versus Gregorian calendar is what we're going to sort of start off with, because, you know, it's nice to start in a warm and fuzzy place where we're all very familiar with. But the reason I do this is so that you guys understand, you're welcome, how these are actually two separate systems, two different systems. So yeah, timekeeping system. So anyway, all right, let's move on to the next slide. So the Gregorian calendar, or it's called the ʻAimalama Roma. It's called ʻAimalama Kelikolia in different newspaper articles. This is the calendar that we're very familiar with, right? We're going to start with a warm and fuzzy spot. And so it sort of follows the sun, not really, but it does. And when I say it's following the sun, it's an arbitrary follow, right? Somebody sat somewhere, probably a Gregorian monk in the cave, maybe a bunch of them, and they didn't like the Julius calendar of their time, and that's because it started to fall behind and they didn't know how to bring it back up again all the time, and there was this whole thing. Anyway, these guys decided, hey, if we add 365.25 days in a year, by the fourth year we add an extra day into the year, which will assure that our days will match up with what's happening in the seasons. And so that's kind of what they created, and why it's called a Gregorian calendar. It's based on a 24-hour period. Okay, of course that's like a estimate, right? 24 hours, but yeah, Cyrillian time, meaning that it's the whole revolution of the earth, right? One 24-hour period. So that's really important when we're gonna start to match up time between the sun and the moon and what the earth is doing, because this calendar is a set calendar, and the lunar calendar is like a female. That's why she's a female god, Aqua, and very nebulous, and does what she wants to do, how she wants to do it in the season and time that she moves. So it's a 24-hour period for the Gregorian calendar and not for the lunar calendar that we're going to be talking about. We all know that our week is 7 days. It's based on a 7-day week. Each day is named after a Norse god. I don't know if you guys realize that, right? How does it go? Monday is Moon Day. Tuesday is, I forget who Tuesday, Thor, I think. That's Thursday. Anyway, Wedon is Wednesday. So every day is named after a Norse god. So it's already pagan. You guys are pagans, you never know. Okay. Anyway, 7 days a week, 4.5 weeks in a day, in a month, sorry, 4.5, which is kind of important. 365.25 days in a year. 12 months in a year. That's pretty much consistent. And then we have this thing called a metonic cycle, which is that leap year I was talking about. So every 4 years, we add an extra day into our calendar so that our calendar stays cool, right? So we're kind of warm and fuzzy. We know this by heart. I don't really have to spend too much time on it. So yeah, okay, moving along. If you have questions, I suggest you all ask them while I'm talking, because I'm a casual speaker, and if you wait till later on to ask, yeah, it ain't gonna happen. I'm not gonna remember what I said. Yeah, and Malia will keep.
You put it in the Q&A box there, because then it'll stay static, and then I'll see it popping up there. You can also put it in the Zoom chat, or there's a lot of you on the Facebook chat. So, you know, I'm kind of monitoring the two. So maybe as we go along, I'll keep watching if any questions.
Good. Thanks, Malia. Mahalo nui. You're so awesome at multitasking. Okay, kaulana mahina. Everybody say kaulana mahina out there.
Kaulana mahina.
Awesome. You guys sound beautiful this morning. Okay, kaulana mahina is written in the Hawaiian language newspapers profusely in 1906 by a man by the name of Joseph Moku Ohai Poi Poi, who was a extraordinaire, Hawaiian extraordinaire, a scholar. He comes from a long line of kahuna, so of course he becomes a lawyer at some point, then a politician at one point, a judge at one point. He's an editor and a submitter of newspaper articles. He sat in several different newspapers. I mean, this man had a sense of urgency to assure that a lot of our information got retold again, which is what he did. He retold things by collecting things from Fornander and Pogue and all those other guys. Anyway, so he uses the term kaulana mahina. It's not because kaulana sounds like calendar. That's not what it is. Everybody's asked me that before. Kaulana, both Kepalino and others use the term ko kamahina. And so he's the one who says kaulana mahina, and both ko and kaulana mean the same thing, where you are tracking the sequence of the moon, right? Kaulana mahina. So you're tracking the sequence, you're attaching tasks that are really efficient into the moon. That's what you're doing. So that's kind of what kaulana mahina means generally. So I mean, there's more to it, but I'll just leave it at that. But what it tells you is it's actually tracking the moon. Okay, now when Hawaiians track the moon, they're not just looking at the moon. So whereas the Gregorian calendar only looks at the sun and arbitrary seasons that were created by man, kaulana mahina needs to track the stars. It has a connection to stars, and it also has a connection to the sun, where the sun is located. Okay, these are all things that are based on natural seasons and natural climate and weather and changes and those kinds of things that are happening. That's what the kaulana mahina is connected to. So you got the moon connected to the stars, connected to the sun, connected to something happening on the earth. A natural process. Okay, so that's why our kaulana mahina is never ever matchy nice with the Gregorian calendar. Okay, so sometimes you'll see someone's calendar says that it's Lono today, others will say Maoli today, others will say Muku today, and in essence, they're all pretty much correct, because in the 24-hour period that the Gregorian calendar is following, those moons will cycle through, especially this time of the cycle. The 3 will probably pop up. So if you're going to ask me which calendar is the best calendar, moon calendar, I'm going to tell you they're all correct at some point, and they're all wrong at some point. But I mean, it's just a tool. It's a tool to keep track of time. So stick to the script here, Kalei. Follows the cycle of the moon. There are 30 phases. And when Hawaiians say 30 phases, they're talking about 30 specific shapes that they recognize in the cycle of the moon, okay? Doesn't mean they matchy with 30 days all the time, okay? 10 days or 10 moon phases equals to 1 anahulu, which is a week. And what I want to say about the 30 phases and the 10-day week is that is something that is all across the Pacific in their calendars. Everybody who follows a lunar calendar has 30 phases, interestingly, isn't that? I think so. And they all have 10 days in a week, because they follow the anahulu. So they're the old Hawaiian and Polynesian word that you'll find all through across the Pacific. The old word for 10 is anahulu. So there's different ways that other people pronounce it. It's sefulu in some, or sehulu, nahuru, angahuru, anauru. Those words are all the same. It's a way to say 10. Now the thing about the anahulu is it can be 10 days, it can be 10 weeks, it can be 10 years. So it's basically telling you that it's cycling through 10. That's what could be 10 minutes, could be 10 hours. Yeah, that kind of thing. Okay. Anyway, so I just want to say that about that's where it comes from. It was something that Hawaiian ancestors brought with them when they came to Hawaii. There are 3 anahulu in a month, and a month is called a malama. And so each of those anahulu have names, and we'll get into it in a little bit. There are typically 12 malama in a year, typically. So that means, yeah, so there's 360 moon phases a year. However, every 3 to 6 years, a 13th lunar month called a malama pili or a malama ukali is added into the calendar. And this year happens to be a year that that's happening, where we're going to add a 13th lunar month. And so then that assures that our calendar will always stay on time. This is recalibrated every year by the observance of the star Makali'i, because when we see a star constellation Makali'i, when we see Makali'i, we know whether we're on time or not. And this last year when we did Kuapola, which is the ceremony that you actually recalibrate your calendar on in the month of Ikua, we clearly saw that everything was backed up and late. So that's told us this year we need a 13 lunar month. So that's how that works. Okay. Yeah, next.
I see a few questions, Kalei.
Okay.
The first one is from Shavella. She says, you ever look into the Maya calendar?
Yes, I did. I have actually, thank you for asking that. And I forget what year that was. We had a conference. The Edith Kanakaole Foundation had a conference called, oh shoot, I forget what it was. But they brought all these different kupuna from all over Hawaii to sort of record some of their knowledge bases and then ask them who are they continuing on. Oh, it was the year before. You remember the world was supposed to end 21, whatever that crazy thing was. Anyway, Antipua invited 2 Mayans who traditionally are fire kahuna. They, I don't know what they're priest and priestess. There was a couple, and they keep time, and they live in Guatemala because a lot of the people from the Mayan culture still exists actually, and they're oppressed in Guatemala tremendously. But anyway, these people came, and my long story to you about the Mayan calendar is we were able to converse about the differences between the Hawaiian calendar and the Mayan calendar. And they have the similar, theirs are in dials, and one has to do with the moon, another with the stars, another with the sun. Each of them represent different things, physical, mental, spiritual, and that kind of stuff. So yeah. So it was a nice exchange, and they are the ones that told us, oh no, the calendar is a circle. It's not, the world isn't going to end. The cycle is going to end, and we're going to start a new cycle. It's a circle. And of course, we all understood that, right? But anyway, okay. I hope that answered that question.
Yeah, another question is, were the names of each moon phase the name Kanaka used for the name of the particular day, like Monday, Tuesday, etc.?
Yeah, kinda. So that's a sort of, it's based on the shape. And so the moon is constantly moving, right? As it's orbiting around our Earth. And so, and then, which means the light of the sun that's reflecting off of it changes. So that's a constant thing. The moon is constantly moving. It doesn't sit there and go, "Ooh, I gotta wait 24-hour period." No, it doesn't do that. It constantly moves. So because it's constantly moving, we will typically have 2 phases in a 24-hour period. Sometimes it matches, but most of the time it doesn't. So yeah, that's my long answer to that question, which wasn't really answering the question.
No, that was good. And then another one on Facebook, Donna is asking, do the Tahitians follow this as well?
Yeah, they do. They call it, oh yeah, they've got several different calendars too as well. And they call it the Arapo. And so, which is, yeah, interesting, right? But it's all the same, almost same terms, same names for the phases, almost, just a few differences. Yeah, it's kind of cool. You can see the change too. You can see where it went from the Samoan Tongan calendar to the Central Pacific area where they're all kind of similar. And then you have us up here, and then you have the Maoris down here, right? I haven't really studied the Rapa Nui calendar, but anyway, you can see the similarities, but you can also see that it became place-based, which is what I think is super important for us to realize, is as the Polynesians or the Austronesians, which is even before, right? Polynesians, all right. So as they came through the Pacific and started populating the Pacific island regions that they chose to make their home, they brought some sort of lunar calendar with them, understanding of it, and then they had to adapt it. Right? They had to adopt what was going on and adapt that knowledge to what was happening in their immediate area, which is why the calendars are really place-based, because it has to do with your observation from your point of view and the seasons that are happening around you. So yeah, that's my long answer to that. Okay. So this is wax on, wax off. You guys remember Daniel-san? Well, if you, actually, I don't know. Some of you all probably were never born. I don't even know what the heck I'm talking about.
Let's see in our chat. Can you put a 1 in the chat if you know wax on, wax off?
Yeah, wax on, wax on.
A bit of our community here.
Yeah, Daniel-san.
They know what wax on, wax off. Maybe you gotta a bit.
Yeah, it's so funny. Okay, wax on, wax off is Daniel-san. Hey, you're home. You like something to watch? Go watch Karate Kid. Yeah, go 1, 2, and 3. I don't know. I thought some of them was a little bit, yeah. But anyway, the first one was the best one. So go check them out. Go check them. Go check them. Okay. Right on. All us old futs who know. Okay, so wax on, wax. So when we see that the moon is in its circular lit up area on the right side, okay, I don't know if you see right. I don't know if this is mirroring me. I think so. Anyway, yeah, right. That's the wax on. So that means it's gonna start on this side and then grow, right? So it's getting bigger. Wax on, getting bigger. Wax off. If you see round on this side, when the moon is up, then that is wax off. Okay, so it's waning, getting smaller. So that's how you can tell what part of the moon calendar you're at. Kaulana Mahina. I saw that, Kavika. Okay, so Anna and Kenna. So we have Anna. Everybody say Anna.
Anna.
Okay, Ana is like a cave, right? That's another Hawaiian term for dark cave. So if you can imagine the dark part of the moon, you can remember the dark part of the moon is called Ana. And then the lit part of the moon is Kenna. Everybody say Kenna.
Kenna.
Okay, great. So Kenna also means to be satiated too, like you know, inua Kenna, drink till you're full, eat till you're full. But anyway, so it's this idea of dark and light going back and forth, one eating the other eating the other, one taking over. So that's kind of what's happening in the phases. So if we check out this NASA, you know, I have to, wow, okay, wow, it's like a disco. Yeah, it's okay. You guys know what is disco or what discotheque? I don't even know. That's another assignment for you. Go check them out. Go Google the word discotheque maybe. But yeah, it's like a strobe light. That's really fast, isn't it? Anyway, if you notice, this side, it's getting big real fast. And then this side is when it's getting smaller, right? Okay. Yeah, I took it from the nasa.gov website. I figure we all pay taxes. That's ours. We can use them. So there we go. Okay, wax on, wax off. There it is. Doesn't go that fast. Yeah. If it did, we'd be in super trouble. We'd probably be flung off of the earth. But anyway, okay, here we go. So what does that all mean? Okay, so this is what the Kaulana Mahina looks like. If I were to have a calendar up on my wall, if that's what you're into, in my app, if that's what you're into, although I'm all about being the app, right? So these are the 30 actual shapes of the moon. Each of them have their own name, and their names sort of indicate what kinds of things you can and cannot do, or should or shouldn't do or what it really shouldn't do, but maybe what is more efficient, what is more productive with the time that you have while this moon is up, okay, in its sequence, basically. So, and this is where biodynamic farming, biodynamism comes into play, because it is really about the energy that's happening. And everybody thinks, wow, this is a really woo-woo thing. Oh, she's sounding woo like that. No, actually, it's science. It's really for real what's happening to the physiology of a plant, what's happening with the cycle or season of animals and fish, those kinds of things. So yeah, it's all about capitalizing the natural processes that are happening out there. Okay, how come the colors change? That's a very good question, and awesome for you for noticing that. It has to do with the time of the day that the moon is up in the sky. Okay, and I'll actually go through that in a little bit. So thank you for asking. Anyway, so each of them all have a name. Each of them all. So I'm going to teach you right now about time. You can actually keep time with the moons, but I think we're going to get to that. Yeah, Malia. So maybe I won't do that right now. We'll do that in a little bit. I'm just trying to be good on time.
Yeah, we have about 15 more minutes.
Okay, then. Harry, okay, what? All right, tie on your bevities fast, Gengi. We're going fast now. Okay, so the first week of the Anahulu, right? These are the first one is called Ho'onui. Everybody say Anahulu Ho'onui.
Anahulu Ho'onui.
Thank you, Malia. Okay, and that's because it's waxing on, it's getting bigger. Anahulu Piha Poi Poi. Everybody, Anahulu Piha Poi Poi.
Anahulu Piha Poi Poi.
Round. Like wahines when we get to our prime, very round. Okay, all right, guys too. Equal opportunity, guys too. Okay, Anahulu Ho'emi, everybody. Anahulu Ho'emi.
Anahulu Ho'emi.
Ho'emi means to diminish. Okay, waning. Okay, so wax on. This is when we get to our older, latter part of our life, so we start to get skinny again. It's awesome. Okay. All right, so this is how it all works. This is what our calendar would look like, our Kaulana Mahina. Each of them all have interesting names. Okay, so if you go to the next slide, Malia. So from Hilo to Hoaka, the first 15, H to H, you guys see that, H to H, they all rise in the daytime and set at night, all of them, okay? All of them, all of them, all of them, all of them. Okay, great. Then you see M to M, Mahealani to Muku, M to M, the second 15. Okay, those all rise at night and set in the daytime. Always, always, always. Always, always, always. That ain't ever gonna change. Unless we flip over or whatever, we lose the moon, something. Okay, then it would change. But isn't that wonderful? Our ancestors did the H to H, M to M for us so that we could remember these things. Okay, so through the moon, you can actually keep time. Okay, which I think is the next slide. Oh, no, it's not that. I forgot. Yeah, okay. Can we go back to that other slide then? Okay. So I just want to tell you guys that the moon generally rises. So it'll rise one day, like Hilo will rise roughly around an hour after sunset. Oh, well, let's start with Muku since we're over here in Muku. Let's go to Muku. Okay, easy one to start with. Muku follows the sun. Okay, it rises at the same time. So at sunrise, it's right there with the sun. That's why we can't see it. Then is directly overhead at zenith at noontime, right? And then we'll set at 6 p.m. So it's going to follow the moon. The sun and the moon are following each other, sort of. There, so one might be a little behind, one might be a little forward. But yeah, it's generally 6 a.m., 12 noon, and then 6 p.m. Okay, so that means each moon after that is roughly an hour later. Okay, so it's like 45 minutes to 55 minutes every day, whatever. But it's like, so I just rounded off an hour, okay? And then you can sort of adjust as you're learning. So if Muku rises at 6 a.m., what time do you think Hilo is going to rise?
Any guesses out there? Let's see. Put them in the chat.
Put them in the chat. So if it rises an hour behind time, yay, Aka, you get you ish. Okay, yeah. So, very good. Okay, oh, you guys, awesome. Y'all get a cookie. But the kind cookie I give is like in the computer cookies. Okay, that just bogs you down. So no more weight, but you know, anyway. Okay. So yeah, and so that answers the question. So if Hilo is 7-ish, then Hoaka is going to be 8-ish, Kukahi will be 9-ish, Kulua will be 10-ish, right? And on and on and on and on and on. Okay. It's the same for when they're setting, about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour later. Okay, so the question earlier was, why are all of the moons, why do they have different colors? And that's because the first 5 that you see, Hilo, Hoaka, Kukahi, Kulua, Kukolu, they're all rising little behind the sun. So that's right around refraction time. I know you're like, what? Yeah, that's when the moon is just getting up over the horizon. And so the sun is up, there's color in the sky. And so it reflects color because the moon doesn't make its own energy, right? It's reflecting off the color of the sun. So it's going to refract. So it's in the zone where it would be that color orange or red. And then when we get to Akua, Hoku, and Mahealani, they're exactly opposite of the sun. So the sun's going to be setting at about that time. And what happens to our sky when the sun sets? Well, everything that's in the sky turns red or orange or pinks or yellows or, you know, those kinds of colors. So our moon is going to be up right around that refraction time too. So Akua, Hoku, Mahealani, those guys always have beautiful colors. And then it happens again if you look towards the end, like Lono and Maoli, it'll do that too because it's right before the sun rises. So there's a little bit of color in the sky too, so they'll have color. So that's the reason why they all have different colors. And what's nice about that is you can memorize that. If you see the color, you see a full moon, you see the color, you go, oh, that's either Akua, Hoku, or Mahealani. It's not Kulu.
Yeah.
Are these pictures of the moon? I cannot see the rest of the question.
Are these pictures of the moon taken then when they rise?
These, again, I stole them off of the nasa.gov photos, but in my understanding is they took a camera and they shot the picture at the same time all the time from the same spot. So it switched. Yeah, so that's a long answer for, I think, yes. Yeah. Yeah. So like every day they just took the picture when the thing was there. Yeah.
There was another question that came up earlier. What do you look at relationships between bodies when recalibrating during Ikua?
What do I look at? I look at various star constellations that are up in the sky. Usually right around that time, that's when Lehuakona is setting. Lehuakona o Puna is setting in the western sky, and then the rest of the stars that follow after. I look at where they're located in the sky, and then after that, there's this whole thing about okay, yeah, you guys gotta invite me back when I I do the Makahiki talk or from my paper, so that you can understand what I'm talking about. You know, this whole thing that anthropologists told us that when the sun sets at the time that Makali'i rises in the east, the same time the sun sets in the west, is when Makahiki starts. That's a lot of bogus. Okay, that's not what our ancestors said. That's not what they wrote in Hawaiian. Okay, what they wrote in Hawaiian was this whole other process on how you watch Makali'i rise and what you need to do. So anyway, that would be a whole nother different thing. But anyway, that's my long answer for a bunch of stars in the sky. And yeah, you know, you should come take my class, Papahulilani 271 at the University of Hawaii, and then you too can walk away with some deep information. Yeah.
You do that as an online class under Hawaii Nui Akea.
Yeah, I do. And I don't know if it's going to get cut because of the 20% thing. But anyway, if y'all sign up, then they can't cut you off, right? That's what I'm thinking. And then I get a job.
Right. Yeah. So Kalei does teach a class a few classes actually with Hawaii Nui Akea. So you can connect with us and, you know, you can find out about not just her, but we have so many amazing professors, whether at Mano,
Yeah.
even at Hilo. There's so many different opportunities nowadays. So go look out these classes because there's so many going on. And I see a bunch of other questions popping up.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take one more and then we go
Right.
practice a little bit.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. Because
So
we're on the or.
Yeah, Maile asks, how would our kupuna refer to time past or in future, as in 70 years ago, in 70 years from now since our calendar moved, when telling mo'olelo?
Oh, yeah. Okay. This would be a 400 level answer. Okay. This is why it's so important to restore our heiau, because they're the apps of those days. Yes, and so you would have to see, because the thing about your panana, see, this is my thing with the whole kilo thing. You need a panana, you need a place that you constantly go back to over and over and over again. And so if you're in a certain spot all the time, every time, you're going to notice the movement, right? You're going to notice things and how they move, how stars will move a degree every 75 years, et cetera, et cetera. So there are things, markers on the heiau that actually align with that, and that you could actually observe the differences. So if, let's say, a star moved from a marker's position, right, 3 degrees, then you know that, let's see, what is that? 75 times 3 is 150 years, right? Since the last time it was there. No, wait, it would be 3 years, 150. Anyway, okay. I need coffee. I didn't have any yet. Yeah. Anyway, so you would go, oh, so at the time that in the chants and the stories, it would be saying something about that, like, oh, that at the time that the whatever star, they're talking about the star, they probably will give it a personification. They'll personify it, so it's a dude. Oh, this is the time that Ka'onohiokala stood at the house of whatever. But now Ka'onohiokala is going to visit La'ie Kauai over here. And so that's how you would mark time, if that makes sense. Okay, so you would personify these things, that, wow, look at that, now they're fooling around together. And then another 75 years from now, you know, Ka'onohiokala is gonna ditch La'ie Kauai, and then we'll move on to the next. That's my long answer for that. Come to my class. Yeah. Anyway, wait,
Yeah,
no,
let me get our slides back up here.
okay, I did want to address, do you know the moon gave Kamali'ikio? Yeah, I was there when those guys created that hand game long time ago.
You know what I was gonna say is
1990.
people can go and check that out on our vaihona.net, because there's some videos. I mean, if you go and Google it, like YouTube and stuff, you can definitely go and find it. So go check out vaihona.net, which is where a lot of cultural resources are being posted, and you can definitely find that game there.
Okay,
And then I see
cool.
another question, but I like us practice with the kilo phrase.
Yeah, me too. Pekka, the moon phase is not different. Okay, yeah. Okay, so here we go. Bust out your frames, Gengi. Bust out your frames. Go. Bust them out. Go. Bust them out.
Okay.
Use your frame now.
Yeah. So maybe I'll just talk real quick. So
yeah, go for it.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna practice. So right now, I like you see this, but actually you're gonna put the mahina towards you, and then we like you kind of look at your screen, and then we want you to guess by looking at the screen. So normally you would go outside and take your kilo frame outside with your keiki as a ohana and go do this. But right now we're practicing with our screen or on your phone. So take a look and make a guess. What po mahina do you think we're looking at right now on the screen? And I see some guesses coming in on Zoom. I see, and let's see our friends on Facebook. So everybody can put some questions, some guesses. Good, I see a variety of guesses. Kalei, you seeing the chat?
Yeah. Well, I only see yeah, I see the chat.
Zoom on, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing guesses like Hilo or Hoaka, Kulu, Hoaka, Hoaka, Kukahi, Kane, Hoaka. So
Oh. What do you guys think? What? Oh. What did I do here?
yeah, we see more guesses coming in.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. We're going to switch the slide. Let's see who's correct.
Does the next one have the answer? I don't know. No more.
Oh, it doesn't. Okay. Well, it's Hoaka, gang.
Yeah. We never put the answer slide in.
Oh, yeah. Hoaka. Okay. Oh, so I'm on pressure then. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Hoaka, gangi, Hoaka. You remember this side, the round side? Because I heard somebody say Kane. Kane would be this side, right? The left side would be round. And
yeah, so what you're trying to do when you're looking, right, is look for the same shape on your kilo frame.
And
so,
same color.
Yeah.
Same shadows that might have on top of the moon, those kinds of things. Yeah.
Okay, let's try the next one, gang.
Good job, Gangi.
Okay, so go check them out.
Go check them.
Go check them out. Which one you think? And maybe to make it a little harder, you gotta tell us which mahina, but also which anahulu.
Oh, yeah, good one.
Things. Yeah. Which mahina and which anahulu do you think this is? Which mahina and which anahulu? Okay, I see some guesses coming in. Let's see, I'll give you another few seconds. So I see some are saying mohalu, piha poi poi. Another vote for that. Someone said anahulu ho'onui. Let's see. Olepau ho'onui. Any other guesses here? Mohalu, piha poi poi, olepau, akua. Some are saying akua. Yeah. So.
Okay. Oh, you're waiting. Okay. So the answer is mohalu, gangi. Mohalu. And piha poi poi, mohalu. Now I know you're thinking, yeah, but so you remember I was talking about the time frame thing, how you can look for time. That's how you can double check, because yeah, it depends on the time that the moon is up in the sky, and then when you use the frame, you can sort of calibrate. You can use your frame to understand that's the phase. But yeah, this is mohalu. Good job, gangi. Cookies to all of the mohalu piha poi poi.
We're gonna try one more, and then I think we gotta start to wrap it up.
Okay, wrapping it up.
Oh, this is a beautiful one.
Oh yeah.
Let's check this one out. We saw something very similar recently. So I'm using my frame here, and you can see me looking through.
Cool.
Okay, I want to know what po mahina and what anahulu.
Yeah.
What mahina and what anahulu.
Extra credit if you know whether it's rising or setting.
Oh, good one. Cool. I see a bunch of guesses. Yeah, different ones too. So some think it's mahelani, some think it's hoku. We got a few votes for mahelani, a few votes for the hoku.
Mahelani setting.
Hoku as well. Mahelani rising. Kavika's guess. Okay, Awi Ānuenue is another.
Yeah, that's a good one. Polole actually.
And someone else says PE. Okay.
Okay. So this is actually Mahelani. And if you look at it, you see that crater smash over there on the left, the puka. Yeah, that guy right there. When it rises, it's actually on the other side of the moon, kind of in that same area. So yeah, this is a setting of Mahelani. It probably rose as Hoku, And as it is setting, it's if it's got the, it's exactly opposite, it's gonna turn into Mahelani. Yeah. So yay, good job, you guys. Good job,
So
good job.
yeah, mahalo. We had a few more to practice, but our time is coming short. And
Yeah.
I again wanted to say mahalo to our ʻAimalama team for creating this tool, and we really encourage you all to use it with your ohana in your classrooms. We just ask that you give credit to ʻAimalama, at preparing this tool for you. And we'll hopefully have future classes where, because some of you came to our ʻAimalama conference, on the back was actually a different kind of kilo, and it was all different
Clouds.
cloud.
Mhm.
Yeah, and so maybe that's another one you can come back.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And let me see, I know I have a few more. So I don't know, any last thoughts before I do my closing slides?
No, I'm sorry I didn't get to all the questions. I can probably answer them. I'll go on Facebook and look and answer questions over there, maybe. Yeah, for those of you who, because I know Pekka asked about the whole thing about different phases. But anyway, so yeah, thank you so much, Malia, for inviting me. This was really fun. And for letting me come on late. And yeah, anyway, really enjoyed it. And yeah, stay home, everybody. Stay home. Home stretch for staying home. And mahalo nui to all of you.
Yeah, so we look forward to having more sessions with Kumu Kalei. And of course, you can go check out her class too. I did put the email address for our school if you want to connect with someone to get more info, and that's hshk@hawaii.edu. On the screen now, you're seeing our noi ha'aha'a, our humble request to kokua with completing a few survey questions. And this, again, just really helps us to get better to bring programming into your hale. And yeah, just take a few minutes. There's also some open-ended things at the end where if there's anything in particular you would like us to bring into your hale, then you can just let us know and reach out to us. And then let me see. I have a few more. Oh, you guys gotta come back today and Thursday and Friday, because look who's coming up at 2:00 today. Napua Greg will be talking about choreography, clearing the vessel, filling the vessel. And I saw a Mary Monarch video from 2015 about Manono. So I reached out and I was like, can you share a little bit more about that? So yeah, I'm really excited. She'll be joining us at Hola Elua. And then on Thursday, oh my goodness, if you don't know Umi Kai, you need to come and learn from Umi. He'll be talking about Namea Kaua, Hawaiian weapons. And, just sharing sharing you some of his examples of what he actually makes. And he's been sending us some beautiful pictures. And so this one will be sponsored by Ahakane. And you come back to the same link and it'll be hosted by Sam Kapoy on that day. So we're really excited for this partnership with Ahakane. On Thursday in the afternoon, many of you know Chef Mark Noguchi. He's gonna be telling a little bit about Pilina Kalo and his relationship with Haloa. And he's actually gonna be doing like taste testing, I'm not sure what horizontal taste testing is, but he's going to be doing taste testing of 7 different lau or luau, and some of it is the first time he's tasting it. And then he's also going to share 2 dishes. So you got to come back Thursday at 2:00. And then on Friday, my tita Noilani Arista is going to be talking about researching in Hawaiian language archives online. So Kanikau in Nupepa Olelo, Hawaii. So totally exciting. You can always go and check out our most updated schedules at kanayokana.net/lei. And I think that's what we got for today. And again, a mahalo nui loa to all of you for joining us, both on Zoom, on Facebook. Mahalo to all of our partners who continue to support us by going live on their Facebook pages. And you can stay connected with us through Facebook for Kanaio Kana or Instagram, as well as Hawaii Nui Kea. So you can follow us, like us, and then that's how you'll get the updates. So again, ke aloha nui a oko e nā hoa, and looking forward to seeing you guys again soon. Aloha. Ole po.
Hi, Victor.